If you have zero knowledge about finance and money management, then The Psychology of Money by Morgan Housel is the perfect book to get started with, because it really allows you to look at money and success really differently. However, if you are too busy or maybe too lazy to read the book, then this video is gonna be perfect for you guys. So let's get started. The first lesson is that luck and risk are siblings. Luck is always associated with risk. And I'm not saying that luck is the only factor that determines your success, not at all. But luck does play a major role when it comes to success and failure. Whenever you will take a risk, luck will always be involved, whether it's good or bad. Let's take two people for example, Alina and Tessa. Now, Alina and Tessa both started their business together and they both are working so hard on their business. Now, Alina within few months saw immense amount of growth in her business. She was getting more and more and more sales and her business was growing and growing and growing. But on the other hand, Tessa did not see any growth, unfortunately. Her business was nearly dying, she was not getting any sales, she was losing hope. Now, does it mean that she did not work hard enough? Obviously not. It's just a matter of luck. Alina's good luck was with her while Tessa's was not. Now, this is not to demotivate you but to give you a reminder that sometimes no matter how much hard you are working on something, you just don't see the result, but it doesn't mean that it's not there. It will happen eventually when your luck will be with you and when the timing is right. And even if it won't, it simply means that something even better is meant for you, and that's it. Stop trying to study specific individuals and look for broader patterns instead. Let's say you want to become a millionaire or a billionaire. Now, instead of looking directly at big personalities like Bill Gates, Elon Musk, I'm not saying there's anything wrong in seeking inspiration from them, but try to find more people who are in the similar field. Another example can be, let's say you are an Indian who wants to become a fashion influencer. Now, instead of directly looking at people belonging from different countries, why not take inspiration from Komal Pandey? Because you will be able to relate to her more. When you stick to a specific person for seeking inspiration and motivation, the question that you forget to ask yourself, are you guys coming from similar background? Do you guys share similar life stories? Are you on similar life journey? How much can you relate to that person? Just because you are having similar goals does not mean that your whole life path is gonna be same. Just because it took 5 years for a specific person to become a millionaire does not mean that it will be the same story for you as well. Every single person has their own path to walk on and a unique life story to share. So if you're constantly learning from the same person over and over again and you're only reading books written by them, well, that is not how things work, because the life lesson that they are sharing with you might not be applicable in your own life. So try to find individuals who are more similar to you, so even if you do want to emulate your growth with them, your progress with them, you can do it more realistically. You have no right to judge other people for how they manage their money, because तुम्हें नहीं पता वो किस बैकग्राउंड से हैं, तुम्हें नहीं पता उनकी लाइफ सिचुएशन क्या रही है, तुम्हें नहीं पता उनके पास्ट एक्सपीरियंसेस क्या रहे हैं. So what sounds crazy to you might make sense to me, because I take my decisions based on my own perspectives, based on my own experiences in life. A person who has always lived in poverty will obviously think a lot before taking a risk than a person who has always had enough. A person who has had bad experience while investing money in stocks will obviously think differently than a person who largely benefited from it. So you see, our goals differ, our values differ, our experiences differ. And no one is right, no one is wrong. It's just the matter of perspective. And therefore, we have no right to judge anyone based on their financial decisions. The thing that I love about this lesson is that it is applicable to every other aspect of life. Take your parents, for example. We often blame our parents for taking away our freedom, for not letting us do things in a way we want to, for putting so much restrictions on us. But what we don't realize is that the beliefs and values that your parents project on you is completely based on their own perspective and their own life experiences that they had in their past. And I'm not asking you to accept those beliefs, not at all, but at least try to understand why they are saying what they are saying instead of blaming them constantly for everything. Another lesson is that you guys need to realize that as we grow older, our desires change. So if you think कि मुझे तो डॉक्टर ही बनना है, मुझे तो इंजीनियर ही बनना है, मुझे तो यही करना है लाइफ में, I can guarantee you there is 99% chances that this plan of yours is gonna change, even if you don't want to believe it. Trust me. What you don't realize is that it's completely normal. It's completely okay to stop anything that you don't want for yourself anymore. So if you're holding on to something just because your younger self wanted it so bad, yes, I really wanted that thing for myself when I was younger, but I don't anymore because I'm not the same person anymore. My mindset has changed, my values have changed. I now have different priorities and I don't have any problem with that, because as human beings, we are meant to evolve. You don't want to continue with the job anymore? Okay, you want to dismiss your business? Fine. You want to leave everything and just marry someone else instead? Okay, that's completely your choice and it's completely normal. Now let's talk about the difference between rich people and wealthy people. You may encounter so many rich people in your day-to-day life, but you can never tell how wealthy someone is because wealth is something which you cannot see. So you might be able to see someone's expensive car, but you don't have the access to their bank account. So wealth is something which works for you in the long run because it is income, not spent. Wealth is something which is created by suppressing the desires or things which you could buy today in order to have more stuff or more options in the future. Because making money is one thing, but keeping it is another. Next lesson is that comparison is a game which you should never start playing in the first place because it's completely pointless, first of all. And secondly, it does nothing more than making you doubt yourself and bring some more negativity into your life. Stay satisfied with what you already have. As human beings, it's a natural tendency to always keep thriving for more. And there's nothing wrong with that. It is also important to really acknowledge and appreciate all the wins that you have already had in your life. Another very important lesson is that failures are inevitable part of life. You cannot avoid them. They are normal. Success never comes without failure. So the key is to stay consistent because you can have 999 failures, but all it takes is that one piece of art which can lead to huge success, a massive success. And when that day will come, those failures won't even matter to you, and it is applicable to almost every profession and while investing as well. The next lesson is that sometimes linear thinking is so much more intuitive than exponential thinking. What it means is that when people usually invest in something, their main aim is to get the highest returns. But what they don't realize is that those highest returns are not going to come to them repeatedly. Therefore, it's better to stick with the returns that may not be so high but are repeated for the longest period of time. That's how good compounding works. Think smarter, people. Use your money in such a manner that it makes you sleep at night. What it means is that do whatever you want to do with your money as long as it is not affecting you, your mental health or your family. For example, if you want to invest a huge amount of money in stock market, do that. But before doing that, ask yourself, do I really want to do this? Will I be able to sleep at night after taking this step, or will it make me anxious in the long run? And the same goes for risk. We all know that risk is always associated with business and it is a part of investing as well. But the amount of risk that you want to take completely depends on you. Take your risk in such a way that it is not going to harm you even in times of failure. Like even if your business fails or investing goes wrong, you will still be able to survive, and surviving is an integral part of being wealthy. Like wealthy people always survive. So the goal is to survive. सो कल को कुछ भी हो, तुम्हारे सर पे छत रहनी चाहिए, तुम्हारे टेबल पे खाना होना चाहिए, पीने के लिए पानी होना चाहिए. बेसिक नीड्स शुड बी फुलफिल्ड. Make room for errors. Please understand that you don't know everything and life is effing unpredictable. The outcomes of your business and investing are also unpredictable. So no matter how much you learn and gain knowledge about investing, business and all these things, you are always going to make mistakes. You will make mistakes while operating your business. You will make mistakes while investing as well. So remember to make room for those mistakes. Don't beat yourself up for making mistakes. It's completely normal and are a part of life. Another thing is that everything comes with a price. Everything comes with a price. Nothing which holds value is for free. You always have to pay for the valuable things. So the same goes for your business and investing as well. Starting your own business and investing into something costs doubt, uncertainties, losses, but you should be willing to pay that price. And it also reminds me of the quote that says, doing a job is hard. Starting your own business is hard. Choose your heart. Sometimes it's okay to be reasonable rather than being rational. People will tell you to do certain things just because this is what you're supposed to be doing. Like this is a rational decision to make. This is what everyone else is doing. But if you have a solid reason with you that why you should not be doing that thing, it's completely fine not to do that. So not investing into a company in which everyone else is investing, it's fine. Choosing to do a job rather than starting your own business is also fine. Another lesson is that if you guys want to learn about investing or any kind of financial stuff, try to avoid gaining knowledge from old sources. For example, if you want to learn about investing, do not look for books on investing that have been written 50 years ago because it is not relevant anymore. And finally, the last lesson is that define the game you are playing and make sure your actions are not being influenced by people playing a different game. And this again links back to the comparison point. For example, people wanting to invest for short term are having certain and different goals than people who want to invest long term. They have certain vision for themselves which you don't know about. So the people wanting to invest short term are having different expectations for their outcome than yours. Your desired results don't even align with their outcomes. So trying to keep up with other people's goals and doing things just because everyone else is doing this is completely pointless. That's it, guys. I hope this would have been helpful for you. Thank you so much for watching, and yes, God bless you, and I will meet you in my next video.